Hello, Good Shepherd and Saints Francis and John. I am Father Lin Nguyen, pastor of Saints Francis and John. This week we prepare with the gospel message for the 30th Sunday of Ordinary Time. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Matthew. When the Pharisees heard that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together, and one of them, a scholar of the law, tested him by asking, "Teacher, which commandment in the law is the greatest?" He said to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and the first commandment. The second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. The whole law and the prophets depend on these two commandments." Friend, the Christian definition of love is seeking the good of other as other. Again, it is seeking the good of other as other. It is the desire for the goodness foremost, and that goodness is not for your own, but for reality beyond yourself. In light of this definition, we can see that love is an intentional act of oneself, and it is not a mere feeling of passion. Jesus exemplified this true reality of love on the cross. He expiated the profound mystery of God's love to all of us in all our sacramental life. For us Christians, the cross of Christ expounds God's mysterious love not for His own, but for all creation, especially all of us. With this wonderful love, Jesus invites us to live in this love and share this way of living in the broken world. When we hear these two great commandments of love of God and neighbors, we often feel an expectation to love God and neighbor. It is sometimes can be hard to wrap our heads around. I would simplify another way to look at these commandments. Just love Jesus. Yes, just love Jesus. Who is Jesus? He is fully God and fully human. If we truly follow the teaching of Jesus and have an intimate relationship with Him, it is naturally easy for us to love God and neighbors. So, make sure to make time for Jesus. Go to Mass daily and spend some time in adoration. So here is a family activity. As a family, talk about love and the difference between God-centered love and things that are love that may not be love at all. Talk about the things you do as an act of love, and then talk about the acts of love and decide whether it is truly loving like Jesus or is it just tolerating the others. This week, as a family, commit to demonstrating God's love by at least one kind and selfless act. Jesus commands biblical love because He knows that it reveals God's kingdom, God's family, and it reminds us that we are citizens of God's kingdom. Every act of love turns our attention to the kingdom hidden in plain sight. God bless, and see you at Mass.